Traveling is fun because it shelters me from the existential dread I feel on an almost daily basis. Traveling is hard because it forces me to confront the reality that my way isn't necessarily the way of the world's. And I have to consider that, just maybe, I'm the one who's got it wrong. As an American, you can imagine why that's a bit of a challenge. I've developed the burning desire to always be in control.
Good. It's good. It's good coconut. It's fresh.
Now, I had never been to the Dominican Republic before. I knew very little about it. But in the dead of winter, my girlfriend and I decided we were going to travel somewhere warm and safe. So Florida was out. Imagine my surprise when I stumbled upon what felt like a diamond in the rough. A country that reminded me of both Jurassic Park and Leonardo DiCaprio's The Beach at the same time. We explored, we frolicked, we rode horses in the rain.
That is coming our way. I'm gonna turn my phone off. I have a feeling we're gonna get soaked. Well, as predicted, it rained a lot. We were soaked. Dominican baptism.
But we were also confronted with a harsh truth about ourselves. Towards the end of our trip, Haley and I went on a guided hike to some hidden beaches. Our guide kept calling them virgin beaches, which just sounds awkward. Regardless, they were extremely remote, so much so that we ended up having to walk a couple of miles to get there. The trail wasn't what we were expecting. Steep grade with loose gravel. Haley mistakenly wore platform sandals, and I was told that I had to emphasize that they were platform sandals.
Haley wore the wrong shoes. She got a blister from her sandals and it popped. And she is on the struggle bus.
The sun was hot, it was humid. We began to wonder how long it was going to take.
Oh, it's hot.
So I asked the guide. In a very upbeat tone, he said, 10 more minutes. So we walked another 10 minutes, and another 10, and another, until finally, I said we had to take a break in the shade. The guide looked at us as we wiped our sweat and reapplied our sunscreen, laughed, and said,
Our guide said something funny, which resonated with me. He said, 10 minutes in Dominican is 20 minutes in America.
At first, I was annoyed with his response. He had, after all, clearly lied to us. But then, as the path began to clear and I could see the beach ahead, I realized why he was laughing. The views were breathtaking. Perhaps the point wasn't that he was wrong about the time. Perhaps the point was that I shouldn't have been focusing on it at all. The walk, while challenging, was scenic, beautiful even. Along the way, we stopped to eat fresh cacao fruit cut right off of a tree. And the beaches we got to see were beautiful, untouched, with sand that you sunk into. It was the closest to paradise that I had ever been. And that's when it hit me. It never mattered how long it was going to take to get there. It was going to be beautiful. All of it. The guide knew that. We did not. I've always assumed that structure is a good thing, a positive result of the powerful force that is capitalism. The best way to live is to get where you're going as fast and efficiently as possible. Turns out, I was wrong. Again.
You know, you go on a long hike and it's a little tough. It's hot, you're slipping and falling, your feet hurt, and you have a tendency to be like, are we there yet? How much longer? Maybe that's just me, I'm a bit anal, LOL. It's just a bad habit. And then you kind of are met with this sort of don't worry, chill out, it'll be fine. And guess what? It always is fine. Get to a beautiful location like this and it's like, who cares how long it takes? You get where you get. And where you're going is typically quite beautiful. So just have some patience, enjoy the scenery, chill the out.
Because if you're only focused on where you're going, it's easy to forget to enjoy the ride. Instead of focusing on trivial things like the time, the temperature, or what platform sandals are, I should have been focusing on all the beautiful stuff around me.
I don't know if you can tell, but the water looks like my favorite flavor of Gatorade, which is Frost, Gatorade Frost, and that's what this water looks like. I'd drink this whole ocean if I could.
Throughout the trip, I kept hearing the same word.
Muy tranquilo. Yep.
I've come to realize what it truly means. The Dominican Republic has its own speed. Tranquillo. That is the pace of life. Wherever you're headed is going to be beautiful. The people will be friendly and kind. Life will be good. Yes, it might take a little bit longer to get there. The journey might be a bit uncomfortable, but in the end, you'll be glad you went. So just chill the out and enjoy the scenery.
You just have to trust me.
Always riding horses.
Welcome to the vlog. We're playing Frecon.
We are at Playa del Valle. Playa del Valle. Playa del Valle, which is Spanish for beach of the crabs. A bunch of crabs here. This is their beach. This is where they come to hang out. Crab Beach.